Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your friend here, Raz's Retro, and I hope everyone is remaining retro. Today we are doing a Memories of Shan video. It is the top 5 Super Street Fighter or Street Fighter 2 characters. I'll be doing my list first, followed by Shan's. When I'm going to be doing Shan's, I know the 5 characters that he liked. I'm most certain who his top 3 is, but for 5 and 4, I might not have the order 100%. I'm going based on what I think, but I know for sure these are the 5 characters that he loved. For me, top 5, it's going to be what it is. So we'll get straight into it. Quickly just talk about the characters, why they make my top 5, and then do one for Shan as well. If anybody wants to do a VR to this, they are more than welcome to do so. Anyways, without any further ado, let us kindly get to it. So in at number 5, who makes Raz's number 5? Well, it's hard to say because there's so many great characters, but it is gonna be Edmund Honda from Japan. Of course it has to be Edmund Honda, the man, the myth, the legend, the sumo legend, the one and only that is able to do the greatest move, or one of the greatest move of all time, which is the 100 slaps, which I was trying to do, but Dalsim is not allowing me to do so. But yes, I mean, for this move alone, I have a lot of love for E Honda. Street Fighter 2 is a great game, but you know, it can get quite difficult, especially when you're playing against guys or gals that are really good at the game. So, you know, for players like me who aren't that great, E Honda is a strong asset. He's got a cool look as well, and you know, I just liked what he had to offer, in particularly the 100 slaps. So in at number 5 is going to be E Honda. So we're just going to restart the game real quick. That's how I'm going to do my top 5, guys. I'm just going to go through the characters and then you know, just quickly explain you know, why they're in my top 5. Before I get into it, once again, I just want to thank everybody for the well wishes for yesterday, for it was Sean's birthday. Really appreciate it. Thank you for all the love. It's been a hard time, but thanks God, you know, we're managing. We're trying to be strong, and through God's strength, you know, we can achieve anything for sure. In at number 4, well, who is it going to be? Who is it going to be? It is, of course, Mr. Sagat, the one, the only Sagat, the Muay Thai master. My word, lots of love for Sagat. And in my opinion, and also Sean's, I would say as well, because I know that for a fact, we loved his ending. His ending in this game is just so epic, especially with the music. Just a great ending, great story. I know he's a villain, but I mean, he's just a legend all around. He was in the original Street Fighter game as well, Street Fighter 1. So lots of love for Sagat. And I would assume he makes a lot of people's top 5. A lot of people probably would even have him at number 1. I mean, he is just so cool with his eye patch and that massive scar going around his beautiful Thai chest, if I am allowed to say, rather. And at number 4 is Sagat. Lots of love for Sagat. Alright, we won't waste any time. We'll go to number 3. So number 3 is an interesting one. My top 5 would change if you asked me, you know, what I was when I was a kid, and then maybe when I was a teen, and so on and so forth. This guy, probably when I was a kid, wouldn't make my top 5. As a teen, he was probably number 5, and then as time progressed, he just, you know, came at number 3. And that is the one and only, the ultimate villain, M. Bison. Oh baby, who doesn't love M. Bison? Well, I think most people don't. And that's perfect, eh? Bison versus Ryu. I'm probably going to get killed as we speak. But no worries, no stress. It's all about just sharing and having some fun. Anywho, Bison, what did I like about Bison? Why do I like Bison? Well, I mean, obviously for me, he's the ultimate villain, along with Shang Tsung and Shao Kahn. You know, he's powerful, you know, the leader of the Shadow Lu gang. And I mean, his stage is pretty cool. His theme song, his overall look, his win quotes, his death cry too. I find it to be quite cool. So for me, he's just the ultimate villain. Great character to play as well. Fun to use, and just a lot of love for Bison. I feel like if you have a lot of love for Street Fighter 2, this is just my own opinion, then you have to have love for the villain as well, and that is M. Bison. So in at number 3 is Mr. Bison, and now we are going to go to number 2 and number 1. And this is going to be quite tricky. Because a character that I do love does not actually make my top 5. And when I was younger, he was definitely there. Nothing against him, just a lot of love for, Bison, Sagat, and Yhonda. Honorable mention, Ken. Lots of love for you, Ken, but you do not make my top 5. In at number 2 is Ryu, call him whatever it is you want to call him. It don't matter. But obviously, he is the face of Street Fighter 2. He is the icon. He is Street Fighter 2. And as a kid, he definitely was my number 1. Can be number 2. But as time progressed, he doesn't make my number 1, which I'll explain why once I get to my number 1. Some of you probably already know who it is. But lots of love for Ryu. Honorable person, honorable fighter, great story. Iconic in video games, iconic in fighting games, and obviously iconic for Street Fighter. Lots of love for him. His, Hadouken, his spin kick, his Shoryuken, along with Ken. These are, some of the most iconic moves ever in video games history. People still, mention them, quote them today. And, I mean, yeah, just so much love for Ryu. Sorry about the gameplay. I know I'm not playing that great. Just early morning, talking and playing at the same time. But I wanted to get this. I wanted to do this video quickly. I wanted to get it out of the way because it is something I wanted to do for a while. First, I thought I'd make it all, with special editing and whatnot. But then I said, well, I don't really have much time. It's going to be quite busy month of January and February as well. So, you know me, I like to do things quick and fast as much as possible and quickly share them with you guys. And I always appreciate the love and support. Alright, we're already about 8 minutes into the video. So I said I didn't want to make it a long one. I think for Shan's, I might just have to go a little quicker, but I'll get to number 1. I'll try not to make a long story of it, and then I'll do Shan's quickly. Okay, so in at number 1 for me, Raza is Retro, no time to waste, is the Beast, the Man Beast, the Legend, the Brazilian Legend, the one and only Blanca. Oh my days. Now, as a kid, I did not like Blanca, okay? But I just had lots of love for Blanca as life and time progressed, because number 1, I like things that stand out or people that stand out. Blanca clearly stands out in this game. I mean, he's the only, half human, half beast. His stance, you see he has that special, little crouch there. His moveset, he looks different, he plays different, he's a beast. I'm kind of a beast too, or at least I like to think I am. And he's just different, he's just different. He stands out quite a bit. I had a lot of love for Blanca on Street Fighter 4, which transitioned to Street Fighter 2. I used to play as him a lot on Street Fighter 2 and on Street Fighter 4 in particularly, because he was just really fun to use. He's got a lot of reach, he's fast, he's quite strong too. And I remember when I would play online, a lot of people would, when they would see Blanca, they would think, oh, he's just going to electrocute and play quite cheap. But it was on the contrary, A lot of people that would select guys like Ryu and Ken would just be spamming the Hadouken. And I always found that to be quite cheap. I've done it as well, of course. I'm a victim of that as well. But for me, Blanca, it's his basic movesets that I like as well. Although there I did not play fantastic, but it's okay. So in at number 1 is Blanca. So we're gonna get into Shan's. I'll try to do it quick. It's already about 10 minutes into the video. I try not to make long videos because I appreciate when people make time to watch. And I know a lot of people don't always have time to sit and watch a 30-minute or 40-minute video. So it's always appreciated. I'm gonna try to go through this as quickly as I can. Okay, so coming to my dear brother Shan in at number 5, and I'm really not good with this character. So you're going to see a lot of bad gameplay. In at number 5 is Vega. Handsome fighters do not lose battles, of course. I mean, you know, Shan was a handsome guy, so it makes sense. He had a lot of love for Vega. You know, he found him to be cool. He liked his mysterious nature, if you will. Later to find out that he's a psychopath. But he just loved him. He didn't play him as much, but he loved what the character was. He had a lot of love for his theme song and his stage. One of the best stages I've seen in video games history. Just a lot of love. Great character to play as well. Very agile, very fast if you know how to play as him. So for Shan, in at number 5 is Vega. Coming in at number 4. We'll just let it load quickly here. Okay, so coming in at number 4, who do you guys think it is? Who makes Shan's number 4 list? Well, it shouldn't be a surprise to you. It is the legend from Hong Kong, Fei Long, of course. A Bruce Lee type of character. Shan loved his martial arts movies. He loved Bruce Lee, Jet Li, Jackie Chan. Tony Jaa later on, who's a great Muay Thai fighter. But anywho, Fei Long, another character I'm not good with. So you're not going to see some good gameplay here. But anyways, Fei Long, you know, like I said, Bruce Lee type of character, great movesets, very fast as well, pretty fun to play as if you know how to play as him, which I don't, unfortunately. But even if you don't, he's pretty cool to use. And great theme song, great stage, great story. He had a great ending as well. You beat the game with him. So in at number 4, Fei Long. He looks good. He plays good. He is good. So that's number 4 for Shan. In at number 3, people. Okay. So now it's going to get interesting. Number 3, 2, and 1 are quite similar. I might have just kind of given it away. What I mean similar is maybe in terms of how they fight, more or less. So in at number 3 is the Muay Thai legend Sagat. So we've already mentioned in my list pretty much the same reason that I mentioned it, right? He's an OG. He's quite epic, tall, great music, great stage. Shan, like I said, loved his ending as well. The best ending we probably have seen in Street Fighter 2, in our opinion. The Master of the Tiger uppercut, and again, he loved his eye patch, his, you know, massive scar going across the chest. And, you know, he's just a character that truly stands out. Really great character. So lots of love for Sagat. So that makes Shan's number 3. Okay, we're going to try to go quickly here to 2 and 1. Alright, let this load up. So in at number 2 for Shan is the one and only Ken Masters. You know, Ken obviously is an iconic character, very similar to Ryu. Of course, they you know, studied at the same dojo. But the reason he had a lot of love for Ken, because that is the reality too, right? Is as much as we love Ryu, he fights better than Ryu, right? His spin kick is a lot better. His Shoryuken is a lot better. You know. The only thing that's not better is his Hadouken. Even his throw, where when you grab the character, excuse me, and you throw them across the screen, Ken's is a lot more powerful than Ryu's. So he has a lot of love for Ken, and we always found that he looked like Owen Wilson. So I'm gonna just quickly go to number 1, and we'll end it there. So number 1, I think it's kind of obvious where we're gonna go with this. but it probably makes almost 95% of people's number one, or 90%, and rightly so. And that is Ryu. Um, I'm gonna try to gather my thoughts actually, so I'm just gonna let. Not really gonna focus on playing here, but I really want to get some points across. So really similarly to what I said, right? You know, he's the face of Street Fighter 2, he's the icon, he's a legend. When you think of Street Fighter 2, when you think of fighting games even, Ryu or Ryu is probably one of the first names that pops up for sure. So he loved his story as well. His ending as well is one of his favorites. His theme song, his stage, his look, his fighting style. Granted, he is weaker than Ken, but or at least weaker than Ken in terms of, you know, movesets, but it's just his pure determination that always gets Ryu through. He always just finds a way through determination and motivation, and I think you know, a lot of us can draw inspiration to that in our own daily lives, and I think that's probably the thing that Shan loved the most about Ryu was his story, because it is a beautiful story. So anyways, with that being said, just gonna put the controller down. I'll let Zangief destroy me here. I appreciate it, all the kind words and the support and love everyone has been giving throughout the past few days. More videos to come, okay? Especially and particularly to my brother Shan. Another important but also sad date coming up as well, February 1st, the day Shan passed away, right? So kindly just keep praying for me and my family and for him. I'll just finish off by saying if anybody wants to do a VR to this, you are more than welcome to. I will tag some people because I would like to hear what you have to say. Do not feel obligated to do it, okay? But if you want to, it would be great. If not, no stress. Your love and support is all we need. The video went a little longer than I intended, but it's okay. I'll just finish off by saying no matter what happens in life, who you are, what you do, what you don't do, what you love, what you don't love, whether it's a good day or a bad day, whether it's a day filled with excitement or a day that is quite boring. Regardless, whatever is happening through your life, throughout the days, the months, and the years, remember to always, always remain retro, because we have no other choice. Until the next time, take care, and God bless.
6, 5,